Never in my wildest dreams did I think that I could just travel the world while making games. After DizzyView was launched, we could finally make that happen.
For us, that's really what it's all about, creating great experiences for the fans.
Man, if I could see the fetal heart tracing on a mobile device, there's not a doc in the world that wouldn't want to be able to do that.
When I was a practicing physician, I had a direct impact on patients' lives. Now, through our application, our sphere of influence has dramatically grown.
When the SDK was released, we said, yes, it's possible now to create the games we've been dreaming about.
It's always been my dream to travel around and make my own games. And we took a stab at it, and it was pretty hard to get your game published. But when the iPhone SDK was announced, that was when I knew the opportunity was right, and it was really going to be something special. We finally made a game that we were really happy with, and we submitted it. About 1 in the morning, we looked and we saw DizzyView available. We just exploded. We were so excited. Finally got a game published.
A female physician is sitting at her departmental meeting. She has Airshabobi running right beside her, and she starts to notice some changes that worry her, so she quietly grabs her keys and leaves. By the time the nurses first recognize this and say, uh-oh, we may have a problem, and they call her, and she says, hey, I'm in the hospital. I'll be right there.
I was in San Francisco last year during the World Series, the Phillies versus the Rays, and I was waiting for a flight to come home at the airport. There are a bunch of Philly fans watching the game on TV, and in the middle of the game, the iPhone commercial that we did came on. So they all pull out their iPhones and download the app right there. They're like all excited because they can go take the app with them when they get on the plane and not miss anything of the World Series. They're about to take off and go home.
I created Gameloft to be able to come back to the roots of the gaming experience for users. Progressively, it has become a very specialist experience, and I felt that it was not fair. So I said, we'll create a new company to make sure that everyone would be able to have fun and play all over the world. And it's working because we sell millions of games.
On the iPhone, everything behaves as you expect it, and the tools they're simple, but they mask this incredible amount of power underneath.
It's really the first time that we've been able to take a platform and now go to our designers and say, there's no limitations.
What Apple's done is made it so we can just focus on what we do best, and they've taken care of all the details.
In fact, sometimes I have to stop and say, wow, this is a mobile device I'm developing for, because it feels like a desktop application API.
I think with the SDK 3.0, we will be able to create without limits. And in terms of experience, end users will clearly move a step forward and will never want to come back.
It's hard to express how cool the new streaming technology really is. I mean, being able to watch a live game on your phone for the first time, I think everyone here is really excited about that.
The push notification APIs is going to be great. The physician could take the application and they could customize exactly for individual patients what alerts they wanted to see. So that way they know if they're getting an alert, this is something I really want to take a look at.
I'm hoping there'll be a generation of kids who grew up oh yeah, I got box scores and watched games on my phone. It was just part of the experience of baseball.
Developing for the iPhone SDK actually makes it fun again for a developer.
This is going to be the dominant platform, the dominant device, and it will dominate in healthcare.
I think that I'll probably never go back to making games in the traditional way again. Having the power to submit it and have lots of people download it and enjoy it has been really great.
You build the app, you upload it, specify the countries you want it, the prices you want, and then it's out there for the entire world to see.
My favorite app is Bike Gears.
My favorite app is Surf Report.
My favorite app is Labyrinth.
Facebook.
App Engine.
My favorite app is
Allersucher.
Le Monde.
Zenbound.
Horizon 3.
Piano.
Airstrip OB.
Maya.
Camera Bag.
Koipondo desu.
Mint.
Pulse 87.7.
Mon application préférée est Pac-Man. Mein Lieblingsprogramm ist
MLB.
Virtual.
Multiquiz. Asphalt Course.
Shazam.
Taxi.